All across the world are abandoned buildings, ruined testaments to forgotten times and forgotten people. Today, we have someone whose passion is photographing and filming these locations. The Humanities Communication Arts Department at Nora Community College presents The New Directors, the show that introduces you to television's future writers, directors, and personalities. And now join our host, Mike, to meet the new next director.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of The New Directors. All the people involved with this program are students in the television production course and are directing, switching, controlling audio, operating cameras, and acting as talent for the first time today. The guests you are about to meet are students who, when not on camera, are behind the scenes working hard to bring this program to you with as few mistakes as possible. Each student will write and direct 4 different productions. This program will give them the chance to talk about themselves, the productions they have completed, and give you the chance to get to know them and watch their progress throughout the semester. Our guest today is a person who has been interested in urban explorations, the exploration and photographing of abandoned buildings since she was 14 years old. Now, I would like you to meet our guest today, Jessica Jameson.
It's great to be here.
So, Jessica, tell us about your experiences with urban exploration. What does it consist of, and what do you enjoy about it?
Urban exploration is, as the name would imply, the act of exploring urban settings, often locations or buildings. You learn the history of what the place used to be and photograph and film its current condition. Some of the locations I've been to include Holy Land, USA, an abandoned religious theme park in Waterbury, CT. An old German Masonic hall, and my favorite, the abandoned Rockland Psychiatric Center in Orangeburg, New York. It's definitely a thrilling experience, seeing all of these decaying buildings and being able to practically feel their history in the crumbling walls. But watch out for ghosts.
Could you tell us why you decided to take the TV production course?
Well, I've always had a fascination with cinema and TV, especially the production of it. I actually do have a family link to the production of movies. My uncle, Wally Pfister, is a cinematographer who's won an Academy Award and been nominated for several others for cinematography. I have a passion for film analysis, and I've always wanted to write a script.
What are some of the most useful things you've learned in the TV production course?
I already knew how to basically operate a camera, but what I found really interesting was learning the technology of Avid, how to edit films and how to cut together a cohesive narrative from the footage I've filmed.
Tell us about the productions you created for the TV1 class, the Fall Foliage Project, the Student Studies Project, the Talk, and the Orange Project.
For the Fall Foliage Project, I traveled all across Connecticut, including the NCC campus and my grandfather's house, to collect footage of the fall leaves changing color. Next, the Student Studies Project. We filmed this twice, once with the actor as the actor, once with the director as the director, and vice versa. It was tricky getting all the shots in continuity, especially seeing as we shot on different days, so we had to remember exactly what we wore and exactly what we did. Next up is The Talk. This was the first production that we filmed in this class. We had 2 actors, and I acted as the director. Next, the Orange Project, inspired by some of my own experiences at NCC, especially with the bus system.
And thank you for the semester. I will see you in the spring. And
So are they ready for the news?
Yes.
You see
I actually
anything?
took a picture of like all the things we need, so I'm gonna start looking at stuff. Look.
Now, I know you had one project that you felt was your best. Tell us about it while we watch a sample of the video with the music you selected.
For me, that would definitely be the Orange Project. It was tremendous fun to film, and I got the cooperation of the bus driver. This was actually inspired by my own experiences. When the fare abruptly changed from $150 to $175, a number of students protested, including me, and I wanted to bring that to light in the Orange Project in a comedic fashion.
You mentioned the variety of things you've learned in this course. What was the most interesting and important skill you learned, and how will you put it to good use?
As I mentioned before, learning to edit with Avid was one of the most important things I used. I'm familiar with iMovie, having used it on a personal basis to edit family footage, but I've never used Avid. It's a bit counterintuitive at first, but luckily I'm a quick study and I was able to use all the tips and tricks I learned during this course.
Today we got to meet someone who makes it one of her goals to explore and photograph places that the world has forgotten and seeks to bring them to light once more. I would like to thank our guest, Jessica, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
We hope you enjoyed meeting one of television's future directors, and we hope you will continue to join us each week to watch our progress. Thank you and good day.
Directed by Drew. I'm your announcer, Vivian. The New Directors is a Norwalk Community College student production.